Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will learn how to create a 3D surface plot in MATLAB using the function z equals to sin x into cos y. But before we start coding, let's first understand what MATLAB actually is. Then what is MATLAB? MATLAB stands for Matrix Laboratory. It's a high-level programming language and environment mainly used for mathematics and scientific computing, data analysis and visualization, and engineering and simulations. It was originally designed to work with matrices, but today it can handle everything from simple calculations to advanced machine learning and control system. You know what's the best part is? MATLAB makes it really easy to visualize data and functions. With just a few lines of code, we can create amazing 2D and 3D plots. So let's start to create a 3D surface plot in MATLAB using the function z equals to sin x into cos y. So first we have to click new script, then we have to define the ranges x and y. So first I have to write 3 star pi 0.1 y equals to minus 3 star pi 0.1. So here I am creating vectors for x and y starting from minus 3 pi to plus 3 pi with the step size of 0.1. This step size controls how smooth the final plot looks like. If you increase the step size, the plot will have less detail but it will run faster. If you decrease the step size, the surface will be smoother but might take a bit longer to draw. Then we have to create a meshgrid. How to create a meshgrid? We have to place in the third bracket x comma y, then we have to put equal to, then meshgrid in the bracket x comma y. This is the syntax of the meshgrid. Meshgrid helps to convert those 1D vectors into 2D matrices so that we can calculate z values at every x, y point. Think of it like drawing a big grid over the xy plane. Think it. You can also use different ranges from x and y if you want a rectangular grid. Then we have to define the function z equals to sin in the bracket x star dot star cos in the bracket y. This is where the math happens. When we are calculating the values of z equals to sin x into cos y at each point on the grid, notice the dot and star. That means element wise multiplication. which is required when working with matrices. You can replace this equation with z equals to x squared plus y squared, or z equals to exponential of x plus y. It's up to you. Each one gives a different 3D shapes, and after that we have to plot the surface. For plotting the surface, the syntax is surf surf in the bracket x comma y comma z bracket closed. This is the syntax of the surface. This single line creates a 3D surface plot, and you will see a beautiful wave-like pattern because both sine and cosine are periodic function. You can also try mesh mesh in the bracket x comma y comma z. This function will give wireframe plot. This will give a waveform, and this mesh function will give a wireframe plot. Then after that we have to add labels and titles. So let's label it x label bracket x axis, then y label y axis, then z label z axis. Then we have to give the title. Plot the surface z equals to sine x into cos y. Always label your axis and give a clear title. It makes the plot easier to understand and more professional. And you can use also a color bar. We can place a color scale bar on the side of the plot, and this bar shows how the colors on the surface correspond to the actual z values. For example, blue areas might represent low z values, red or yellow areas might represent high z values. I am not going this, I am simply plotting this function. So first we have to save this. Plotting. I am naming it with plotting underscore 3D. You can name it as of yours. Then you can see that it will give a wave-like pattern. And that's it. We successfully created and customized a 3D surface plot in MATLAB using the function z equals to sin x into cos y. This is a great way to visualize mathematical functions, which is very useful in science, engineering and research. If you found this tutorial helpful, Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more MATLAB tutorials and coding tips. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.